Good morning, students of class 12. You remember I was doing Gauss's theorem. So basically what you get in your exam is the statement you get to write, like write down the statement of Gauss's theorem, and sometimes you are also asked to prove Gauss's theorem. So in order to understand the statement of Gauss's theorem and in order to understand the proof, we first need to understand what is electric flux. So let us focus our attention on electric flux. Take out your copy and start writing whatever I am dictating. I have written it on the board, you can see. Electric flux linked with any surface is the total number of electric lines of force that pass through the surface normally. This is usually denoted by phi. You have to draw the figure, don't forget. Let a surface of area S be in an electric field E vector and ds be an area element, full stop. If angle between E vector and ds be theta, then the electric field d phi of the field E vector linked with the surface element ds is given by d phi equal to E vector dot ds equal to E ds cos theta. Dot product, if you remember, that I have done in class 11, E dot ds will give you E ds cos theta. Now the electric flux phi linked with the whole area is given by phi equal to integration d phi equal to integration E vector dot ds. Now integration S is known as surface integral. What is surface integral? Surface integral means integration carried over the whole surface. Thus we can define total electric flux through a surface in an electric field quantitatively as the surface integral of the normal component of the electric field over that surface. Electric field flux is a scalar quantity. SI unit of electric flux is Newton meter square Coulomb inverse or Joule meter. If the surface is closed, then total electric flux through the closed surface is given by, so phi equal to surface integral E vector dot ds, where integration S is the integration to be carried over closed surface. Now I will read out the statement of Gauss's theorem. I have also written it on the board, please follow me. It states that the total electric flux through any closed surface in free space is given by 1 by epsilon naught times the total electric charge enclosed by the surface, also known as Gaussian surface. So if Q be the charge enclosed by the surface S and epsilon naught be the permittivity of free space, then according to Gauss's theorem, okay students, phi equal to surface integral E dot ds equal to Q by epsilon naught. This is the mathematical expression of Gauss's theorem. Now we shall be doing the proof of Gauss's theorem. Let an isolated positive point charge Q be placed at the center O of the sphere of radius r. From Coulomb's law, electric field intensity at any point P on the surface is given by E vector equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square dot r cap. Now consider a small elemental area ds of the sphere around P and let it be represented by the vector ds vector equal to n cap ds, where n cap is the unit vector along outward drawn normal to the area element. Electric flux over the area element is given by d phi equal to E ds equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square dot r cap, again within the bracket n cap ds vector, or E ds equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught ds by r square r cap n cap, as normal to a sphere at every point is along the radius vector at that point, so r cap dot n cap equal to 1. Therefore, it follows E vector dot ds vector equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught ds by r square. Integrating over the closed surface area of the sphere, total normal electric flux over the entire sphere is obtained. Phi E, that means electric flux, equal to integration E ds equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught integration ds equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into 4 pi r square equal to, you are getting q by epsilon naught, because 4 pi r square will get cancelled from the numerator and the denominator. You are left with q by epsilon naught. So this is the proof of Gauss's theorem.